Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of identifying functions. This is standard 8.5G in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 35 of the 2018 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we've got 4 different representations. 2 are tables and 2 are these mappings. And we just needed to show which one has y as a function of x. And that is the key term there. What is a function? It's not defined for us here. It's also not going to be on the mathematics chart. So if you were to find a problem like this on a STAAR test, you would definitely need to know what a function is before going into it. So let's see if we can define that. So a function is any relationship there where one input leads to one output. And so what are our inputs and outputs in math? Well, we call them, for our input, it's going to be our independent variable. And for our output, it's going to be our dependent variable. And for several years, we have already kind of tagged these with 2 variables that we use almost every single time. So our input, our independent variable, is always going to be our x. So that's what we start with. We start with x, we multiply it, we divide it, we add to it, we square it, we use exponents on it, we do all kinds of stuff to it, and then we solve for y. So our x always leads to our y. Our y is usually on the other side of the equal sign from x. That is our output. That is our dependent variable. So 1x always leads to 1y. That's what a function is. 1x leads to 1y. So let's take a look at a. So a is mapping here. And so I mean, if they've got A and C and B and D next to each other, look, they're very similar, right? This could just be a table. It really could just be a table. Here's the slight difference, is sometimes they might repeat. So take a look at the left side here of A. You've got 4 x's, -2, 0, 8, and 9. You only have 3 y's. You got -7, you got 1, and you got 18. So if you were to put this in a table, right, they would just do it like this. So a mapping kind of works the same way. You've got -2, 18. You get 0, 1. You get 8, -7. And then you get 9, 1. So you see we're repeating this 1 right here. So that's why you've got 2 arrows going to it. Now, does that make it a function? Well, does each x go to a single y value? Well, -2 goes to 18, so that's good. 0 goes to 1. 8 goes to -7, and 9 goes to 1. Can you have both 0 and 9 go to 1? Yes, you can. What you cannot have is 8 go to -7 and then maybe 8 go to 18, because that would mean one input leads to 2 outputs. So that would make that incorrect, and that's what we're going to see with B. So A is looking good so far. Let's check B. Look, I've only got 2 x's, and so my 0 leads to both 0 and 12, and that's what we can't have. We have one input, right, leads to 2 outputs. It leads to 0 and 12, and so that's not a function. Same with 1. 1 goes to -5 and 1. One input goes to 2 outputs. Not a function. C, we've got one input and it goes to 4 outputs, right? You've got 4 different y's associated with this -1. So that's definitely not going to work. And then D, here's your problem. You've got -4 twice. It leads to 2 separate outputs. So our answer is A.